Sorry, I totally screwed that up. I didn't mean to turn it off. So now we got a part 3. Here we go. So there's removing that part that holds a little LED light underneath the glove compartment. Now you pull this thing off on the side. That piece has a lot of attachments. 1, 2, 3, 4, wherever. I can't really count because it's a little dark, but I'll show you the piece here in a second. There's your glove compartment. It comes out. There's a little damper that connects on the side, so you're going to pull that off. Let me look back in the directions for you. Like I said, you see the piece up here that just pops off on the side. Little trim tool. It says the damper cable. That just connects to the side of the glove compartment. You just pull it a little bit, just let it, fall off of it. You will just pull that all the way down. Golly. I'm sorry, guys. I know the focus is really pissing all y'all off. Whoever's really wanting to do this on your own. Use a little trim tool in the back to pop those off. Maybe I'll find a PDF online and post it, because this is just bullshit, I know. Remove all these screws, and then you're going to run it, which I already kind of showed you. So, the pictures are mainly what I am doing this for everybody for. You can easily see the screws here. Bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove those. I believe there may be some in the directions that said it. There's 2 up top from the directions. There's them removed. Up top, you've got the little star looking ones. There you go. T20 is what that is. Alright, and now, I don't know why I have a second picture of that. You're going to pull the entire glove compartment out. You got a little electrical connection right there, or whatever. And this is it, everything pulled, finally. So it seems like a big pain in the ass, but it all comes apart. It's really obvious. You almost don't need the directions, but I'll still try to find a PDF. Alright, there's my 2-year-old using my MP3 player like me, taking pictures. He calls it my favorites. I don't know. Okay, so next, what we're going to do is, I don't know if I really should pulling the radio next, because I kind of got a little scared of that and moved on to another thing, I believe. But you'll see this little spot where we're going to go through the firewall, and then here we're going to connect the blue wire so that the video feed can go into this little wiring harness. Okay, so this is, remember this is the footboard, passenger side. If you were to kick with your right foot over to the right, this is where we're going. Alright, this is the wiring harness. You'll see if you're laying on the floorboard looking over to the side. This is the one we're going for. These are kind of a pain in the ass if you've never messed with them. I had to figure out. This little clip is what you push in and then push that up. You got to do that up here. And when you do, there we go. So you can see how this one, the clip goes around it. This one, the clip has actually been pushed up. That, when you push that clip up, pulls this out. You'll notice this wiring harness has like different sets of other wiring harnesses inside of it. Okay, so here it is, finally pulled out. You'll see all the nice pins. They are numbered. You can see 48 here, 38 or whatever. We'll get to that in a second. So you pull the gray one out. Let's see what I'm looking for. Okay, this tells you 48 right there, 42 and 39. The reason I'm pointing that out is because you're pulling out C5. That is this one that we're talking about. You get that all the way out. And what you're going to do is insert the blue wire. I love how it says BL. I thought that was black for a little while and it confused me. Into pin number 45. Mine already had another blue/gray something in there. Oh, sorry, blue/orange. If you can see, in 45. Because there's 48 on the end, 47, 46, 45. I did not know what to do, so I went ahead and soldered it. There's me doing a really poor job of trying to get a picture of where I split it open and solder it. So I did. Yeah, look at that really awesome soldering job. Sorry guys. Okay, and that's that. So now we've connected to the wiring harness off to the right. The little C5 one, we're done there. You just plug it all back in, put that in, bam. Now we're going through the firewall into the into the engine bay. So you'll see that little black piece that it's talking about. That is this guy. So awesomely set right there for whatever you want to run into the engine bay. Very, very nice. Thank you, Chrysler, or Mopar, or whoever. I just took a drill bit that was, roughly close to this size that I'm running through there with the wires in it. Drilled through it, and then bam, just pushed it through. When you push that through, now keep in mind this is right over here is that C5 that we were just messing with, so this is just right up underneath there. Your toe would be touching it if you tried to kick all the way up from the floorboard. There's a picture of all the wiring. Looks like I have not put the C5 back in yet, but I still have all the wiring laying around. There's the blue. This is actually from before I really soldered it and did everything. So, but it's just a good overview, so you can tell this right up here is where I removed the glove compartment and everything. And these wires going this way are going to the display. Okay, so you pull this through into the engine bay. You got it right here. You're going to take where your fuse box is and just pull it up. Amazingly enough, on the bottom is just a bunch of big wiring harnesses. You are going to pull off, it will tell you, let's see here, blah blah blah. Here is you going into the engine bay, through to the front. You're just gonna use tie downs all the way down, open that top up. There's little connections on the bottom that just slips. You're gonna pull the C7, right? That is basically the front, kind of close to the driver's side, and that is the one that you're going to see. I think it is the only green one, so it's the front one. Again, you pull this piece down and it disengages and pulls it out on its own, so you don't have to really manually pull it out. You just pull this and it just falls out. Once you pull that out, what you're looking to do here is you're putting the red wire into pin 13. Mine did not have anything else in pin 13. If it did, I would probably solder again, but it didn't. You can see it is labeled. My picture is pretty crappy, but you can see like 8, 10, 12, here's 13. And you'll notice I screwed this up. That's because this is a weird square connection I've never seen before, and it's really long. I put it in what looked like the direction with the others, and it was incorrect. So it was not going to connect. It wouldn't connect appropriately. So I had to pull it out, and I kind of had to break this tab a little to get it out. So make sure this is oriented like the others. Like I said, I don't do this kind of stuff a lot, so that was my learning curve there. Hopefully some of you other guys know which way is right and don't screw that up. This is me taking a million pictures, trying to get a direction. You can see, here's mine, and you can't really see. So yeah, I'm going to leave that up to you guys to make sure you get that oriented correctly. Put that in pin 13, you're good to go. Looks like I've already moved on to behind the radio, possibly. Yeah, that's behind the radio. Okay, so you go back to the directions, we're done there. Plug it back in, boom. Life is good, put everything back together, strap all that up. Now we're going behind the radio, okay? So, this is a lot easier than you would think. We'll come back to this picture. You can really just take your trim tool, put it around that little bezel. You see the orange spot there? You'll notice pop, 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 pop. It just all the way around. Throop, comes off extremely easy. Really nice and convenient. One of the few things you don't feel like you're breaking. It actually comes off pretty well. You'll need to disconnect, a few little electrical connections like that. You'll see them. They're pretty obvious. Once you get it all the way off, you have your screen. There's what does this say? 7 millimeter, just all the way around, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pull that out. On the back side, you will see this little wiring harness. It's got quite a few wires actually, and that is what is being shown here. And you are taking A and connecting it to it. So what you're going to do is you're going to take pin 31, 32, and 33. You're going to put the gray and the orange in 31, the gray and the blue into 32, and the bare wire into 33. Okay? And you'll notice they are marked blah blah blah. Let's go back and look, and you will see I got my pictures out of order. Yeah, and that's the 3 right there. Make sure you push those pins. This is another one of those connections I was talking about. Make sure you push them all the way in. You'll notice if they don't seat all the way in, when you turn it around, it won't look like the others. So push it in there pretty good. I really did this with needle nose pliers. You'd be better off getting a tool, but I didn't have it, so that's just what happened. And it worked for me, so, you know. Alright, there's a picture of the back. This is the little connection, by the way. This is another one of those. You just pull it up. It's got a little clip right here, so you got to get over that and then pull it up. It pushes itself off. Life is easy. Once you're done with that, sorry, there's the pins beforehand. This is me. Okay, and that's it. You put them back in. You push that back on. And amazingly, I've not ran out of room on my phone, even though I'm making an extremely long sorry, I'm reading. Extremely long video. Alright, so you put it back on, put everything back together, hook up your battery. This is the part. You're going to hook it up and you're going to put it in reverse and you're like, what the hell's going on? Oh, you have to go to your dealer and they have to add the sales code to your vehicle. They have to log in with your VIN number, and then on Dealer Connect, under the service tab, they go under and they put backup camera installed. I think there's other things besides dealer installed options, so they might put, like person it themselves or something. But the sales code is XAC. XAC. That was such a pain in the butt. The guy took forever to find it. Of course, I didn't bring my directions, so he didn't know what code needed to be added for it to update. Once they do add that to the VIN number on Dealer Connect, then they just, plug into your OBD port. They do it by Wi-Fi, upload, it puts the new software on your Jeep, and then voila! At that point, you should have a OEM camera looking there, and that's awesome. You can't really see it, and when you back into your garage, boom, you should have the lines, everything should be perfect. I don't believe you should have to adjust the camera on your own. I read about that afterwards and thought, oh crap, I'm going to have to take all this apart again. So maybe, I don't even know, maybe before I don't know. I would just put the thing on there and it should be good. But there's my disclaimer. That would suck, but if you put it on there and it's a little off, you can take that whole rear piece off again and do it that way. So there's the Grand Cherokee OEM backup camera install. By the way, this was done on a Laredo E 2014. From what I hear, it doesn't matter what wiring harness you have in there, until people complain enough, and by that I mean probably dealerships complain to Chrysler enough for them to actually put the wiring already in there. Like they did this with towing packages. Enough people had a hard time running it all the way to under the hood, so they finally just put the wiring in under all the Jeeps. So, but for now, that's what you're doing. You're going to run it all the way, and you're going to have all that fun. So, that's it. Enjoy, and yeah. So, good times. Have fun, chime in if you've done this. Definitely anybody out there that knows what wires go with what wires, I would really like, because I would have rather not spent the $300 if I, could have. But somebody tell me if this is right, this matching up, because I know that, it's nothing more than buying a harness
and making these wires all match up, and it's the same dead gum thing. You get an aftermarket camera for 25 bucks, make all these things match, and you know, boom, for 50 bucks or so you could be set. But so somebody chime in and we'll see what's up. Thanks, you guys. Glad to finally contribute back, and I'll put on some hitch installation and some other stuff that I've done on it. So enjoy.